Hi guys, I thought I'd give a quick update. I'm on day 4 now. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I had the operation done on Monday the 17th of December. It's now the 21st, Friday. It's been going pretty well. I feel like I'm healing a little bit. I've taken the headband down and the swelling's gone down on my forehead quite a lot. There's still a bit around the back. The top of the head just feels quite tight at the moment, but it's not painful. At the back overnight on the crown area up there, it just felt a little bit like mild sunburn, but it doesn't really hurt. A few of you have been asking questions and sending me questions, so I thought I'd try and answer some of them. On Wednesday I did the first hair wash. Now in my first video I said that you have foam and then shampoo. This is the stuff that I got. You get lotion and shampoo. Now the lotion goes on first, and this what I thought was going to be foam, and I watched the YouTube video, but when I went to put mine on, it's more like just a clear spray, and it just looks like water on top of your head. So I WhatsApped the clinic and they said, yeah, don't worry, that's the new stuff that they use. They don't use the foam stuff anymore. If you put enough on, it does go kind of soapy, but it's not foam like in the video. But yeah, so it's quite nerve-wracking the first time you have to do the hair wash because you're worried you're going to wash all your grafts out. So I sprayed some on, probably not as much as I should have done, but yeah, and they also said to me you don't need half an hour, just leave it for a quarter of an hour to 20 minutes. So I left it 20 minutes, and then you can, so that just goes on the top, on this area at the side and the back is called the donor area, and under where they took it from the beard, that's where they take the grafts, and the recipient area is the on top where they've put the hairs in. So you put the lotion on the recipient area. That doesn't go on the sides and the back, it just goes on the recipient area. And then, yeah, after half an hour or 20 minutes, they say now, you can just wash that off. Don't use the shower. Use not hot or not cold water, just lukewarm water, using a jug or a plastic water bottle. Then you can use the shampoo. The shampoo is sort of mild, like baby shampoo. You just put that on your hands with water, rub it together, and it's sort of just like normal shampoo really. That kind of goes all over, but on top just dab with your palm of your hands. Don't massage it because you don't want to damage anything. On the sides and the back you can just use it as normal shampoo. Just be careful on top though, just be very sort of slow. And then when you go to wash that off, just use the jug of water, lukewarm water, and just take your time with it really. But yeah, that was the first time. You can either sort of do it in the bath or in the over a sink. I found a few little black bits, but I think they were just sort of dried blood. But yeah, so that was the wash. Then I did one yesterday. They recommend before you go to bed. So yeah, I'll do another one tonight, and you have to do that once a day for the first 30 days. And then after that you can go back to just washing your hair normally. After the first week they recommend sending photos to your doctor, or mine did anyway, of this is all what my clinic have said. Yours might be different, so follow your doctor's instructions. This I got given, this was nice. It's Turkish Delight. It's really nice. I pulled the headband down because they said I only needed it on for 2 days, and they recommend pulling it down then cutting it off. You don't want to put it upwards in case you knock your head. I've just left it because I put it back on for a little bit yesterday. People were asking about neck pillows. this is the one that you get given. It's inflatable, you just have to blow it up. It's okay, it's a bit uncomfortable, it's quite thin. And then this one I bought, this is quite like a memory foam one. Don't really like it much because it kind of pushes your head forward. It's not the most comfortable. And then I got this one, which is a lot sort of softer, which I use. I've had this one for years. Yeah, I sit up in bed when I sleep at the moment because I'm so worried about knocking grafts out for the first few days. So I've been sat up in bed with 2 neck pillows behind me, just resting against the headboard, and pillows propped up against my back. And it's been okay. It's been a bit sort of like you don't have great sleep, but it's not been too bad. They recommend in the instructions lying on your back with a neck pillow, but not on your side, and I can't go all night just lying on my back, so I thought, you know, I'm just going to sit up just for now. Oh yeah, so someone else was asking about the tablets, saying that it looked like I had lots more tablets than they got at theirs. So I'll just go through the tablets. You get 2 sort of tablets. You get the ones that you get with your operation, which are standard that you've kind of got to take, which last I think over a week. And then you also get the vitamin ones, which you can buy at the hospital, you can buy yourself. They're ones that you get separately, so that probably looked like I had a lot because of all of those. But yeah, like I said before, you get this massive folder with the instructions in. So with your tablets, they number them, and it tells you exactly when you've got to take them. Most of them are before just around about breakfast time, just after breakfast. And then in the evening, after your evening meal, you have a couple more. Most of them are at breakfast time though. So I'll go through first of all the ones that are the ones that you have to take for the operation. So first of all, there's one's called Omeprazole. This is gastroprotective that you have after breakfast. This I think protects your stomach because some of the pills might not be great for your stomach otherwise. You have Axef, which are antibiotics. Parol, which is a painkiller. I've only taken one of those, and it's only when needed. You get about 6 of them, but you have like take them every 6 hours if you need to. I've only taken one, and yeah, you got a sleeping pill for the first night, which I did take, and I slept really well the first night. Coraspin is a blood dilutant. You take that twice a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. You get these Prednol, anti-oedema, which I think is anti-swelling. 4 on the first day and 2 in the next 2 days. I've finished those now. You take those after breakfast. And Trental, which is redness recovery, to hopefully get rid of the redness. So they're the tablets that you have to take for the operation. The other ones are the vitamin ones. And for those, I bought saw palmetto. You can either buy a pack where it's €200 for 6 months supply. A lot of them, I already had aloe vera spray, which you can spray to, you know, because you itch after a while. That's another thing. Last night I started itching on top, and it's quite, you have to just remember not to go and scratch yourself. It's quite hard to. But you can get the aloe vera spray, which I already had. Biotin I've been taking for about a year anyway. I get off of Amazon, so I didn't buy any of that. So I didn't buy the €200 pack because I didn't need some of the stuff. But you also get saw palmetto, which is like a herbal version of finasteride. So I take saw palmetto every day and biotin every day. Biotin is like for growing hair, and it also grows your nails quicker. What was the other thing? Multivitamins. I mean, I've always had multivitamins anyway, but these ones that I did buy from the clinic, they come with zinc and loads of different vitamins, but they also contain saw palmetto and biotin. They were €25 for I think it was 60 tablets. And there's also ones called Expedia, which I bought from the pharmacy at the airport in Turkey, because they were around about €15 for 60 tablets, so it's just worked out a bit cheaper by buying a few boxes of those instead. So yeah, I've started taking the vitamins, and I'm sort of working my way through the ones that you have to take for the operation. Some were asking about what other stuff you get. You get basically quite a lot of paperwork. The other thing I forgot to mention, when you have the operation, you have to obviously sign a consent form to say that you're happy for them to operate on you, which you do when you pay for the operation. So I'll just go through some of my paperwork that they gave me, saying basically what it tells you, but obviously follow your own doctor's advice. This is from my clinic, it may be slightly different at yours. So yeah, it just tells you about the hair wash, which I've gone through. Make sure you wash your hair with warm water, no pressure. Hot or cold water might damage the transplanted grafts. Avoid rubbing or scratching the transplanted area. Do not use hair dryer for drying your hair. Use a paper towel. That's one thing. I use kitchen roll. I think something like toilet roll would probably stick to them, because at the moment they just feel like little spikes. Like little needles sort of stuck out of your head. If you have any sensation or pain on the donor area, you can use the foam, or in this case the lotion, on the donor area. Mine's not been too bad. It just feels really tight. The whole head feels really sort of tight. But it's, you know, before I had it, I was sort of thinking, you know, is it completely numb? Can you not feel anything? But you can still feel like, if you just, like, that area hasn't been done, I can just feel it. It just feels normal. It just feels like you've got a tight headband on at the moment. After the 7th wash, take pictures of your hair from different angles and send them to the doctor for control. And you got lie on your back for the first week when you're sleeping. Like I said, I've been sitting up. Use the forehead band for the first 2 days. I've kept it on just in case I need to put it on anymore. Avoid alcohol and sex for the first 7 days. Avoid dusty environments and protect your head against impacts. Avoid sports, fitness, steam bath, swimming and sunbathing for the first month. Make sure scissors are used for your haircut for the first 6 months. Clippers may damage your hair. Hair colour can be used after 6 months, although I wouldn't. It is normal to feel itchy, pain and swelling for the first 10 days. It will pass. Frequently asked questions. When will the hair begin to grow after the implant? The donor area, the back of the head looks like before density after 2 to 6 weeks. Implanted hairs will start to come out 3 to 4 months later. 6 months later it will complete 70% of its growth. 12 months later it will be done 100%. It might take up to 1.5 years to see the end result. Will there be a scar left after the operation? There's definitely no scars after the operation in the hair roots are taken. Some of this is slightly broken English on the form. The redness on the area taken will disappear within 15 days to 1 month. The biggest advantage of FUE system is that it leaves no scars. What can I do for cover my original hairs from hair loss, and how can I support the transplanted hair follicles in long term? In our clinic we recommend to our patients use of support products. The effects of support products are they support the transplanted hairs and help for faster and thicker growth. I think that means the vitamins. Can also prevent the hair loss of your original hairs. One thing I forgot to mention is, and somebody else mentioned it on my previous video, is because I'm sort of in my 40s now, it should be quite a good time to have it done, because hopefully I won't be losing that much more hair. So say you had it done in your 20s, you might continue sort of losing the hair that hasn't been transplanted. This can hopefully be prevented using saw palmetto or finasteride if you want to take that. But like anything, all these things, they sometimes work, they don't always work with everyone. So you could find, especially if you're younger, you might have one transplant and then you might need another one later on, because you know some of your hair that wasn't transplanted has started falling out. Then it says at the end of 7 days you're recommended to use the following products for a period of 1 year. So it's the shampoo, the multivitamins and the biotin, and either finasteride or saw palmetto. My clinic didn't give out finasteride, but they said they could have got it if we wanted it. They gave out saw palmetto, which is like the herbal version. You also get this paperwork which just says basically what pills you've had, and it's got like a signature at the bottom. So I think that's for if you go through the airport, in case they say, why have you got all these pills on you. It just lists them all, and it's got a doctor's signature. You get this guarantee thing. It says I was treated on the 17th of December with FUE at the International Colon Hospital for hair restoration. Guarantee is for 10 years. It says it's valid where there is a fault about the FUE treatment procedure. If the transplanted hairs do not grow, the retreatment is free with all medicines. It does not cover hair loss due to chronic disease and other diseases. Also hair loss caused through alcohol and cigarettes. So basically if you smoke or drink, then the guarantee might not work. Then you get a thing that just says basically the date you were treated, hair FUE transplantation, micromotor system with a 0.7mm punch. I think that's the tool they used to take out the grafts. Anaesthesia was local anaesthesia. Extraction area back of the head and 2 upper areas of ears, so it's there, and also I had it done under there. Transplanted plan area, front area, middle area and crown part, totaling 3,300 grafts. Still don't know how they count all that. I don't know if it does it on the extraction tool or what, because I mean you can't sit there counting grafts as you're taking them out, I doubt. And then you get this graph thing that shows you how the hair should grow. So in the first 3 months it should be 10%, 20 to 30% after 4 to 5 months, 40 to 50% after 6 to 7 months. After 8 to 9 months it'll be 60 to 70%, and then 80 to 90% after 10 to 12 months. So then just after 12 months you should get 100% of the hair growth that you're going to be getting. But yeah, so I'll just show you after a few washes what it looks like. So hopefully that will give you some idea of what it's like on day 4. I'll try and make another video in next week sometime when hopefully it's sort of healed a bit more, I think. So Monday will be like my 8th day, so maybe Sunday I might have to start washing the scabs off, and you have to slightly massage them, but just carefully to try and get rid of the scabs. I think the follicles should, the sort of grafts should be sort of seeded in there properly now, so hopefully they won't come out. But yeah, keep leaving comments. If there's anything else you want to know about, just let me know, and if I do know, I'll do another video about it. Cheers, bye.